Picture the scene. You're a 17-year-old Jadon Sancho, South London born and bred to Trinidadian parents, settled in at Manchester City with the incredible project they've got going on with Pep Guardiola. That, by pretty much everyone's standards, is the dream. So why would you turn your back on it? And with all of Europe's elite clubs sniffing around, why would you go to Borussia Dortmund? Well, for Sancho, it was simple. Their incredible ability to produce quality footballers just couldn't be ignored. And really, you can hardly blame him, and it's not like he's the only one. Alexander Isak made the same choice when leaving AIK, and highly rated centre-back Dan Axel Zagadou swapped Paris for the Ruhr Valley when his contract ran down at PSG. Dortmund's track record of bringing through talented prospects is right up there with the best of them, whether it's through their own academy or buying young and putting faith in them. The model is a rarity in modern football, not least because it's a sustainable one, which actually works. But just what is it about Dortmund that lends itself to nurturing the stars of tomorrow? In part, it can be categorized under German clubs being almost infuriatingly well run. But necessity is the mother of invention, and really it all stemmed from financial mismanagement, leading them to the brink of bankruptcy during the early 2000s. After doing a Leeds and banking on continual Champions League football paying the bills, BVB's balance books looked none so pretty when it failed to materialise in 2003-2004. A defeat to Club Brugge on penalties in the qualifying rounds set about a huge sea change in the way the club were to operate. Despite being a huge club with a strong history of domestic and continental success, Dortmund had to cut their cloth in line with the position they found themselves in. And so the emphasis switched from trying to spend big in an attempt to catch Bayern to making less money go further. It took time and patience, and it's possible that the Bavarians' dominance might have allowed Dortmund to take a more experimental path. I mean, imagine an English team getting 80,000 fans through the gate and spending little to no money on new signings. It just wouldn't wash. But with Bayern always expected to clean up domestically, Dortmund could afford to have a barren spell without being crushed under the weight of expectation. The club also enjoys an incredibly close and mutually respectful relationship with its supporters, meaning they were always likely to be understanding about the new direction the team would be taking. With every player at the club from the first team right down to the 8, 9 and 10-year-old kids training at the same facility, the Dortmund philosophy of skillful, technically proficient, exciting football is visible from top to bottom. It paid off in spectacular fashion under Jurgen Klopp, with back-to-back Bundesliga titles and a Champions League final, delivered by a squad with an average age of 22.3 years. From Marco Reus to Marcel Schmelzer, Mario Gotze to Nuri Sahin, and many more besides, Dortmund have become accustomed to seeing young players pass through their academy and win big things with them later down the line. That's in the club's DNA now, and everyone wants a piece of it. Scout Sven Mislintat has joined Arsenal, whilst Ousmane Dembele was snapped up by Barcelona after only 32 Bundesliga appearances. But there is another side to the coin. The way Dortmund are developing young players now is comparable with Arsenal and Wenger back in their pomp, before all the nastiness, and it's not surprising that so many of the world's best young prospects want to be part of that. But regardless of how players come to be at the club, what happens once they're there is most important. And in a world where talent is treated like a commodity, Dortmund are intent on treating it as what it is, something to be respected and nurtured, not stockpiled. As the old saying goes, if you're good enough, you're old enough, and nobody proves that quite like the boys from the Westfalenstadion.